with this tool, or more recommendation with this tool, Srini? This is also,
Yeah,
it's a
yes,
very
yes.
easy. We don't have any much trouble. It's everything is really easy UI. You can do it with Illustrator. Previously, the initial version when we involved, it's really have a lot of difficulties. But now the Google engine they adapted. So now they are pretty much using this. So this provider, what is doing is, whenever there is a popular tool, they have started adapting it. Even AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, they, because it's increasing their enterprise grade, right?
Yes, yes, correct. Also, they are trying to buy this metaverse AI,
Yes, yes.
this virtual reality. Yeah.
But still, it's getting the stabilize will take a lot of time. But it's okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to have. Let me just open it. So can anyone in this? I think we can go with the couple of use cases. So anyone want to pick up something from this? So that we can discuss more in this way. Anyone in Azure uh, AKS cluster, or in this there is a Ansible? Who are all tried Ansible this use case or any one of these use case? Okay, at least spend some time, pick up some use case, and do it. So this way, I can lift you some of the business use cases regarding that. Okay, I'll just build.
I have a question
Yeah, yeah,
regarding this Ansible thing. Like you shared the link for of external GitHub, right?
yeah.
So there is like they are using roles module, and then they are using task and handler differently. So like I was not having like clear picture on that, so I just try
Which
to
one?
start.
Which which one? Which link you are
Yeah,
referring?
can you
Can
just scroll up,
uh, okay.
and the first one you see like GitHub Aditya.
Yes, yes.
So it was having in a different format. Like what we did in the like single YAML, but it is having like in a different format. It is using roles module and then calling another
Can
task
you
or
point out something so that I can clarify?
scroll up,
Okay.
and like we will go to AWS,
Okay.
and then like for example you given for create VPC, so just scroll down, click on create VPC,
Okay.
yeah. And then you see it is a small playbook and roles, it is using roles module, and then
Yes.
calling create VPC. Like now you will go back and in the roles, if you see create
Okay.
VPC this, and then there are task and handle. Like I was not sure how to use that in a real time.
No, I think you okay. See name. Uh, so is it? Uh, can you just tell me your name?
Krishna.
Krishna. Okay. See, the expectation of this internship is you need to have basic understanding of all this hands-on.
Okay.
Already I released all this in my channel with the step by step, with the scripts, with
Yeah.
the notes, everything. So the one which you are now referring, already I covered. So with
Okay.
that, only because the one which I'm selecting, most of the use case or anything, it's mostly very, very basic. Some of the things are somewhat more than basic, because
Yeah,
the
no,
idea.
I understand the like how it is working. I just don't
Yeah.
understand like how it is like calling, like from there we are calling this task YAML, main YAML. How does this work? Like what is the best practice behind this and all this? I just want to understand.
No. That is what. If you
Okay.
go to youtube.com, I'll show you. I'll show you here. Even I'm going for github.com. Going for Ansible. Going the Ansible repository. Okay, what is the role? This you go here, Ansible. There is a there is roles. Yeah. So here there is a three classes. So roles. So class 22. Come here. So class 22, class 23, class 24 is the roles. If you come here, so this is a simple explanation about roles. Go here, class 23, it's a normal explanation. If you come down, go on mute. So this is the simple with one role calling another role. And if you go here, see here. So
Yes.
if actually this is the real usage, whatever you are going to do in production.
Okay.
So you need to split whatever you are creating one single playbook towards task and handlers, files, templates. I given a lot of example in this. So this is the multi array. You can use it. So I given a 3 example in this class. So see bulk URL checking, because basically you create one dummy role. From there you can call the other one mostly.
Okay, so
Uh,
it's basically like modular programming. That,
yes. Actually, in production, you are going to create a role only because you need to, whenever you want, you can reuse it. But before going to the roles, let me just tell you the thing. See,
okay, so that we don't touch like main YAML file every time and
no. The main YAML file is just calling your roles. That's it. Say, for example, you want to have a, say, in your project, you want to create a server. So what all task you have? You if you want to create a server, basically you need to call the OS, right? Which OS you want,
yeah,
and how many CPU you want,
yeah,
how many
this
memory you
region.
want, which region you want. So these are all going to be the repeated one, right? So you create this as a compute role or EC2 role or VM role. It's up to you what name you are going to give it. So in this role, by default, the folder structure is the same. If you go here, this is the folder structure. Uh,
Yeah.
Task, handlers, files. So these are all now you are putting in one single file.
Okay.
Okay, that already. Okay, let me go. So files. If you have any static files, you have to put it here. You have any handlers, you need to put it here. But before going to this, you need to create a single YAML file and understand one single YAML file, how to utilize these files, how to utilize the handlers, and how to utilize the tags,
Mhm.
tag, how to utilize the dependency. So dependency, and how to utilize the any Jinja2 template we have seen yesterday, the template
Okay.
module, and
Okay.
how to
So
utilize the dependency like meta. Before executing this role, I need to go and execute first, then come back here and put. So finally, you need to execute what exactly you want to implement as part of this role. This is the folder structure.
Okay.
So if
So
you go
this
to
YAML,
yeah
this YAML can contain multiple roles, calling the files, handlers,
yeah you
tasks,
can.
everything,
So
and
that is
for
what
single process only, right? For single
yeah
process.
yes. So that is what if you go and see here, I given so this is a multi-array role, and see here this is multi roles. So this role is calling this role. This role is actually this is a dummy role. So you need to define, say for example, repetitive task. You want to open a firewall port, but firewall port for different application, different services, different projects. So, but firewall port opening procedure is going to be the same. So this firewall port, you need to open it, and then you need to first define one task, how you will do it. Then you define the actual application or actual different services, and then you can call. Only the service name is going to be different, port name is going to be different, but the opening the firewall command, firewall-cmd command is going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this also one of the way you can reuse the roles. And the first thing what role you need to understand is how to create this folder structure and how to create the roles. So finally you come here and you need to go and use the role. See here, it's a single role. So the
Yeah.
exactly this is what they also used. If you go here, see here. So they clearly calling
Yeah.
this role from the main. If you go here, AWS, say create VPC, in that they are not doing anything. They are simply calling the role, because this task you can get multiple times. So what they did is simply they created a reusable roles. Create a VPC. Where is that? Okay, see here. So if you see, there is a only two folder. Even if you go back to my GitHub, if you go back to my GitHub, so there is a role, even multi roles also. See here, in this, there is no files folder, there is no handlers folder, there is no meta folder.
Yeah.
This is what I explained in this. So already I explained all scripts or step by step. So even I have categorized with class wise or day wise. So based on that only, I'm started giving the tasks. This one.
Okay.
So if you look at this, I given the YouTube also where you
Yeah.
can
I
go
saw that.
refer,
Yeah.
and then I given this. So probably I can also quickly create and I'll show you. But the thing is, day by day, I'm seeing people are really not care. I'm putting a lot of efforts on this. You can pick up one. The reason you came to this is you want to understand how this works. There are a couple of people, they are getting a lot of issues and they are trying. That is how you can learn. But joining the session and listening, it's not going to take out. It's going to give you more fear only.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving you just refer, because you are going to pick up only one or two use cases. That use case you give a try. Mostly the reference link what I'm giving, if you have the basic idea, it's going to be easy. So I'm going to do it now with this so that you will get idea. I'm going to create a missions quickly. I don't have an Ansible mission. I have deleted Google Cloud.
And if we stop the machine, does it like cost us, or we need to terminate everything?
Normally, I don't prefer to stop the mission because
Okay.
I want to utilize full my free trial. But I'm not into free trial anything. I'm into pay as you go only. But if you delete, uh, you can keep extend your resource free trial resources.
Okay.
So I'm going to create an instance quickly. I'm going to say server. I don't want this much memory, so I'm going with N1. So I'm going with the normal one. I'd want a CentOS, and then I'm going to select it. So create it. And I'm going to create instance. I'm going to say node 1. Until you all fail in your lab, you cannot get anything. You have to go with all the real-time fair only. That is a major reason I'm pushing. But okay, CentOS 7, come down. So you can even do this in AWS also. I need the machines. That's it. So where you want where you are creating, it's up to you. In AWS or Azure or your local. So I'm just going to create another machine, node 2. Node 2. Going to select N1. Going to select less memory option. Change it. CentOS 7. Select it. Down. Allow all. Create it. Because the reason I'm giving this exercise is it's not about the steps. While doing the steps, most of the time people are missing the business cases, business expectation, or the real-time use cases. This is not a use case, first of all, for your information. This is just a system administration task. So that is the reason I'm expecting you pick up something, you do it. I can, while doing, I'm going to add those parameters. I'm going to stop each and every step. That's what I'm doing in past weeks also. Just here. So I'm going to log in server. Even I'm going to log in server again. Node 1 and node 2. I'm going to have the first session here. Class 4 lab setup. We can quickly set up this machine. Sudo su and sudo su and okay, so sudo su, and I'm going to give, say, these are all already installed. EPL is no need to install, but firewall D is something we can do it. Even firewall D we can do it. Just 2 minutes. It will be. I'll recreate the machine. I'm going to install the VAM editor, because VAM editor color coding is always helpful when you type the Ansible playbooks. I'm just going to this file. Some of you, your profile wise, you may no need Ansible, but learning Ansible, learning Terraform, learning Docker, learning Kubernetes will definitely help you to decide your project parameters, because these are all key area Yes, I'm just missing. Getting finished. It's finished. Even it's finished. So I'm going back. Going to say SSH config. Everything I have released step by step. So only thing is this people are really not trying. That's the major issue. Because if you pick up some use case, if you try, then it will be easy for me to pull you and understand the actual use cases. Service SSHD restart. Going to node 1 to the font size or password authentication. Authentication no. So I'm going a hash out. Let's start the service. Service SSHD restart. I'm going here. I want to create some functional user ID. I'm going to create as a Ansible. Going to create as a Ansible. And functional user ID has to be there everywhere. Then I'm going to set the password. I'm giving a password as a Red Hat. As a Red Hat. Password as a Red Hat. Password as a Red Hat. I'm going for va sudo command. So I'm going to say Ansible all password all. You don't need to memorize or anything. This you replace with the username, and this you do it here. That's it. Because the idea here is whenever you type or you automate via the Ansible, it should not ask any password. I'm just going to copy this because we need to copy to other machine. So go here.
In production, but we keep the password, right?
Which one? No. Production. You can use it for keys.
Okay.
So there is a two-way. Even the EC2 instance or whatever, either you can go without key, direct username password, or with key. Even Azure, you can create a VM with key based or username based. It's up to you. But in production, normally they go with the key. But the procedures are not much difference. It's a simple way. But only the server login only you are going to do it. But within server anyway, it's going to use it as a key exchange. So vi sudo giving us. I really request start put effort because I'm putting a lot of effort in this internship to make some good before you go out of this after mostly next month end. So I'm expecting you pick up some use cases, you do it. It's very easy, but only thing is you need to understand the base concept. Until you try, you never ever climb or feel you are confident, even after 20 years or even after 100 years. Okay, so sudo, I'm logging as an Ansible. Now I'm creating a key and now ssh -copy node 1. Yes, first time I'm giving the password red hat. The same node 2. Yes, password red hat. So now I want to test it without password. Yes, it's logging in. Yes, it's getting logged in. So now I'm good to go. Now I'm installing Ansible. Okay, so Ansible is installed. Now what we are going to do is I'm going to create a mkdir. So cd dev cat etc ansible.cfg. So I need this section. I'm going to put it in a pad. Here I'm going to say defaults inventory equal to host. This is going to here vam ansible.cfg. Now I'm going to create that host file. Node 1, node 2. If we want, we can create a groups. Node 1. So I'm going to say VM host, and then I'm going to say Ansible all -list. Okay, I'm getting Ansible all -m ping to make sure from Ansible I'm able to reach it. Yes, ping pong, everything is correct. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to first create a role. So what you can do is you can first I'm just going to show you the AWS one. So is 6 GitHub. So how many of you use the Ansible to create AWS cloud, EC2 instance, or some resources? Any or you watched how to create? Anybody?
Yes, Vijay. I created a EC2 instance through
Okay.
that Ansible script.
Okay. So how before creating that, what all procedure you did?
I created a user, assigned a role to that, and copied the public key, the key access key, and configured on my Ansible server. And then from there, I executed that Ansible script.
Okay. So is there any prerequisites you have did it?
Pre-request. Also, these are the things only, like creating user, assigning a role to that, and downloading that key access key, and then copying to the Ansible server.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't remember anything.
Okay.
Yes,
See.
VJ, I think the
Yeah.
difference is that when you use EC2 instances, EC2 does user is it you don't have to is usable for all your nodes and your masters instead of normal procedure where you create user and that's the difference.
Yes. Yes. So what we can do is we can go with one thing. So I'm just going to log in my aws.amazon.com. And one more important information these days, many people recently also one of my student is got affected. So if you have aws.amazon.com, please enable your multi-factor authentication because people are getting hacked and they are creating a lot of machines. So at the end of the day, you will get a lot of bill. So please avoid, in order to avoid, please enable multi-factor authentication. So sign into console.
Can you increase your font? The font is too tiny to see.
Sorry.
Can you increase the font of your computer? It's so difficult for me to see. I'm trying to see.
Now I'm opening aws.amazon.com with the full screen only. How about others?
It is tiny. I think it's with the Teams. We can zoom the Teams screen.
Yeah. You can zoom the screen also. Microsoft Teams, the very good advantage on that. But I'm sharing the whole screen, bigger screen only. So I'm just going the login my AWS account. So I'm just changing the region. Normally, I used to prefer North Virginia, not any other region. Okay, so now I have something AWS logged in. Now I'm going for IAM. So now I'm going to say my security credentials. So I will create the access key and secret access key. So even only thing is, if you are creating access key and secret access key, once your practice is over, please delete that. These days, many scam is happening. So don't give any chance. So I'm just going to download key file. I'm opening that Excel sheet, CSV file, because we need that. Okay, so now I'm going to say sudo su-ansible cd dev. I'm just increasing the font size. Is it visible for everyone, this font?
Yes, Vijay.
So
yes, VJ.
I'm just going here. So I'm going to expand it. So now I'm going back the here. So what we are going to do is first we will go with the how to create. Then we will go and explain the roles. See, I am Ansible. I am Ansible. But using Ansible, it's not only I have a 500 servers. Ansible can manage all 500 servers. Okay, this also possible. This also possible, but I want to have the AWS. So I want to do a lot of tasks, whatever I'm doing manually, but the same task I want to do it through Ansible. Still is possible. Even you can have multi cloud vendors, still it's possible. But I would say these are the tasks. It say, for example, you want to have a provisioning. I would prefer to start do with Terraform. And if there is any, okay, so in AWS, you have a lot of resources. You need to create some condition. That condition, you need to scan it. Based on the condition, you need to achieve some task, like what we discussed yesterday. Those kind of deliverable, definitely you need Ansible to go for it. Now, what I'm saying is, I am going for my Ansible console. Okay, first we will go one by one, all configuration, everything. So let's close this. Even I can close this unwanted windows. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install a couple of the prerequisites. So what is the prerequisites we need to install? So I need a AWS CLI, because now if I say AWS space configure.
Yeah, sorry, Vijaya, this is the one. Yeah, correct. AWS Celia and Boto. I forgot that. Yeah.
So AWS configure, the command will not work. So we need to install some prerequisites. I'm just going to say yes. So the prerequisite is installed. Now I'm going to say AWS configure, the same command. Now it will work. So it is asking access key ID, secret access key ID. I have created just now with my key. I'm just going to put it here. Again, I'm repeating. Whenever you do this, please delete immediately, because there is a lot of issues are happening nowadays. Please don't give and forget. So you have to make sure once your task is over, you go back and delete these keys from your AWS account, IAM service. So what is the default region name? What is the default region name? I want to have, say, EC2, North Virginia, EC2. Mostly is going to be US.
US is to 1.
Yes, US is to 1. I'm just clicking instance. So there is no instance here. Okay. So if you click this, US is to 1, US is to all the regions. So what region you are in? US is to 1. So I want US is to 1. Go here, US-East-1. Enter. So the first part is finished. Now EC2 I need to create. So can anyone tell me from yesterday understanding at least? I don't know anything. Even I'm not a programmer. I'm not good in any automation or anything. But my manager is asking to create a EC2 instance. Any idea? Those who know, please be silent. So any idea how you will approach? This is why I ask every time to go and pick up some use case and try it. But day by day, I'm seeing giving very less efforts. Any idea how you will do it.
You go to your console and you create your instance.
No. I want to create the EC2 instance using Ansible, but I am not good in Ansible. I'm just started my learning, but my manager is asking me to create as soon as possible. So I need to obey my manager. So how do you do it?
We can search the Ansible doc for
Yeah,
this.
yeah, Rupesh, you can also save something. Yes, Ravi. So simple. That is why I opened a 2-window concept again. Ansible -doc. We know EC2. So even if you don't know EC2 module, simple. Go here, grep -i. Okay. Search EC2. Is there any module is there? See, there are huge modules related to EC2. But in this, are you going to create only security key? No, that is not my purpose. So are you going to create a EC2 instance? Yes. So go up. So you have, there are a lot of modules. So in this, I want to have EC2 instance. See here, EC2 instance. Create and manage EC2 instances. So that means the module name is EC2_instance, right? EC2_instance. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go here, Ansible -doc EC2, you enter it. Even they have the previous one, but I'm not seeing anything here. Are you seeing EC2 instance and EC2? So you can either use EC2. See here the broader picture. So you need to understand the difference. So EC2 instance, where is the EC2 instance? Wait a minute. So EC2 instance. So can we go and explore both? Okay. So I'm going to say Ansible -doc. Okay. EC2 underscore instance. Create and manage EC2 instance. But the same here, creates or terminates EC2 instance. So there is a little bit different. So I would suggest to go with the specific one. If you really looking for long term, that is why I'm always asking to open a 2-window and keep explore, because this may change. They are changing each and every version, right? So, but if you go and do this habit, Ansible-doc help, even if they change any syntax or anything, you never have any problem. So I'm just going here, go down. So they already have a lot of example. Okay, if you are starting your learning, I normally prefer to go with first a couple of example, whatever they already given. Then you go for your own research, everything. First, I need to see what is happening. Then you do all patching, all modification, everything. So now I'm going with the EC2 module, coming down. I want to see some good example. So this means EC2 is getting created with, I need to provide a AMI ID, I need to provide instance ID, instance type, and I need to provide a key, and I need to provide a VPC subnet. These are all also, you can make it as a reusable as a role. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some more good example. Let's wait. Go down. See here, single instance with SSD GP2. But I don't care what kind of a disk. I just need one EC2 instance. So come down. You look at anything you have. Okay, create sandbox instance. This also you can use it, or configure instance. See, there is a roles also you can define. but whatever you are doing in the single playbook, the same you need to put it through in the role. So I'm just going up. We will pick up the first one or second one. So here I am going to create one basic EC2 instance. Come down. Even you can take this single instance with IOPS value. Okay, we will go with the first one. I'm copying this. I'm opening my notepad. Okay, anyway, this is completed. So I'm going to just put this. But if you see this, there is no first 4 letters or anything. So don't get confused. The example always given from the module. Okay, so don't get confused. First, your thumb rule is hyphen, 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 enter, hyphen, name. I am going to create EC2 instance, enter, host. Here, which host you will put? Can you tell me which host you will put? Which host you put?
Need to put AWS URL.
Sorry?
Maybe we need to use the AWS URL.
You need to provide how you will provide AWS URL. So you remember we have installed couple of prerequisites, bots, right? Boto, everything. Correct? I'm just coming out. I'm going up. I'm planning to show you what all we installed. I think the screen, if it is there, see here. If I go this, I started installing Python to Boto, Python to Boto Core, Python Boto 3, right? So if you come down, all got installed. That means the local machine, your Ansible machine, aware the AWS related commands, AWS related modules can speak to AWS account using this. Okay, so now in your playbook, what you need to do is you need to simply say localhost and localhost and say tasks hyphen name create EC2 instance. Okay, and then bring your whatever you pasted EC2 here. So you need to put everything one step inside. Okay, so now how do you go for it? If you do this, it will work, or is there any issue? If you do this, it will work, or do you have any issue?
No, it will not work.
Why?
Because that AMI ID should be available. The subnet ID should be taken from that AWS. We need to replace this value.
So again, I'm going EC2 module. I'm going here because we need to mention there are a couple of things. So we will go and pick up something which you need. So go here. I think previously EC2 Ansible doc given a good example. Now they moved it to, I think, EC2 instance. So we will go with the EC2 underscore instance. Okay, EC2 instance. So go down. The first example, we will take it. Even they removed with all. Oh, okay. So we will check the count tag. Yes. So there are, if you go to one example, I already created one example. So we will go with this because this information is really very less. So we will go in this. We will create a new key. I'm just deleting this. Anyway, I'll share this to you all. So now I'm creating a EC2 key first. Then I want to create a EC2 instance. So in the EC2 instance, because I always prefer to go with the variable because anytime you can reuse this without going inside, you can reuse it.
But existing key also we can use, like if we have any existing key.
Yeah. Existing key also you can use it. That's not an issue.
Yeah, and one more thing, I think this will still fail because you have not assigned any role to, like you have directly taken the credential. Will it work?
Yeah. Wait. We need to define.
Okay.
We need to define. So I'm just going to first align it because while copy paste, it is giving this one. And okay. So now if you go and give it, but normally in this case, in roles, I'm going back to the role where you will define your variables values. See, if you see here, you have a key pair, you have a secret key. Either you can define it in here, but that is not safe, right? You agree, right? Anyone can open the file and they can get all secret access key, all information, correct? Correct or not?
Yes.
Correct.
So that is why you need a roles, and you can maybe go with some encryption role with Ansible Vault. See here, yesterday you have seen, right? So there are some variables we have defined var underscore to ask inputs, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So the similar way you can define this in here, the vars, or you can define in even the defaults. So that is how I have defined here. See, in the defaults you can put values. If you come down the defaults, so whatever the variable you are defining in task, you can define that value in the defaults main.yaml. This is how you need to categorize your folder, and each folder the file. Till now, but you need to get some understanding on single playbook how you can achieve this. Then you take this and put it in the relevant folder, relevant YAML file, so that automatically it will be recognized. So as of now, I am going to have US East 1. So what is my AWS region? US East 1. That is correct. Now, what is my instance type? It is going to be T2 micro. That also it's fine. But what is my AMI ID? Will this AMI ID is exist? This is also you need to check time to time. I'm going to say launch instance. That is why people always go with the custom image. Custom image means it will not change it, right? So I'm just searching it. So there are a couple of marketplace and community AMIs. So I don't want to go in this. So I'm going for a quick start. I will remove this search. So what is this AMI ID? I'm going with this AMI ID. Copy this and replace your AMI ID and key pair CNL key. You please make sure you have a key pair existing. If you have existing key pair, you remove this section. Okay, if you don't have key pair, I'm just going here. I don't have a key pair, I think, in this name. So let's check it. Key pairs, CNL underscore key. There is no key pair, so it's okay. Come down. So AWS secret access key, AWS access key, and key name is key pair, and instance type it will get it. Image also will get it. A region also we provided the value, and go and subnet. If you go here, if you go instance, if you go launch instance, I'm selecting something. I'm even selecting T2 micro. And if you go here, which subnet is this subnet already available? 953CB79B. You please ensure the subnet is there. Is it exist? Is it exist?
No.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is the default one. So I'm going to edit or add that. Go there. Even you can assign the variable also if you want, instead of giving the direct value in the play task. 0F128 F11 9E. I'm just giving a manual way. 9E D4 DB. Before you go to roles, you need to first understand the single standalone playbook, how you can achieve it. If you get some good idea, then roles is simple. You just split it and put it in the relevant folder structure, the relevant YAML file inside. So I will verify 0F128 F11 F11. There is no 0. 9ED 4DB 1E9. Yes. So now this also fine. So can we create this and see it works? So I'm copying this. I'm going back to the Ansible. VAM ec2.yaml. Enter. Set paste. Enter. Insert mode. I'm going to paste it. So if you go in this, so everything is fine. So can we check the syntax? Ansible -playbook ec2.yaml syntax check. So everything is fine. If I go with say Ansible -playbook ec2-yaml step. So it's asking each and every step. Yes. So yes. And again, it's asking yes. Enter. Okay. So why it's failing? Any idea? Can you tell me? Why it's failing? Can you tell me?
Authentication failure.
No, one thing I missed in to give in the YAML file. In this error itself, you are getting that message why it's getting failed.
Is it key pair?
Key pair.
Yes. So I'm going to be ec2.yaml. Now I'm going to key because I just hided the key out. I'm going to use it this key. And I'm going to give the key pair. So that means it's getting contacted, but it's getting refused because of the not correct authentication. Ansible playbook, EC2. I'm going with the YAML file. So let's execute. So the key pair is getting created and EC2 instance created. So I will quickly go back here, cancel it. See, so we executed from some machine which is in Google Cloud. See, we are in some different machine. I am in Google Cloud. I have created one Linux machine. From this Linux machine, I have configured the CLI, AWS CLI. This is my AWS cloud. So if I trigger here, it is getting connected to aws.amazon.com using my access key, secret access key ID, and it's getting provisioned the EC2. See here, even the key pair, go to key pair. See, CNL key also got created. So let us go and check. Yes, it's got finished. Now you tell me, if I want to split this as a role, how do you do it? Any idea? Who asked this role?
I asked Krishna.
Just a minute, just a minute. Okay, so Krishna, so now you tell me, how do you split this? Because whatever we did now, it's a standalone playbook.
Yeah, we can like create a separate YAML file for variables, separate YAML file for tasks.
So I'm going to give you a good idea. So what I'm going to do is, so please spend some time on my classes or the playlist what I already created with along with the steps. So
Sure,
I
will
want to
do.
create as a role. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to first create a folder. Okay, I'm going to say first, say for example, where I am, mine is here. So let's first terminate the servers. So I don't want to, because always free trial, once you know what is happening, simple, terminate it. They are changing a lot of UI day by day. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, what is the I am in home Ansible dev. Okay, I'm going here. So here I'm going to first create a roles directory. Create a roles directory. Then now I have a roles directory /roles. You agree, Krishna?
Yes.
So in this roles directory, if you go and say the roles, means what is the exact, you can go for a role name. Any role name you can give it. Okay, so that role name you can give some meaningful name. You agree, right? Say this is going to be some
EC2
EC2 creation. Then you just mention some role name and you can create it, right? So then you can go and get some good understanding on the roles part. Okay, and you can even, if you are not sure, you can even go and run this command. Say this is the EC2 creation. So that you don't know the folder structure, this command will create you a folder structure, complete folder structure, like what you need, this folder structure. Even you no need to remember this folder structure also. Okay, but I would prefer to go with the manual card driving. So I'm creating a mkdir EC2 creation, because if you go with that command, slowly you lose what is exact needed, what is the dependency, everything. I always prefer first learning, everything has to be manual. So easy to creation. Then now you are in which directory? You are in which directory? You are in this directory, right? EC2 creation. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a make dir where inside there is a main.yaml. I'm going to create it. And then I'm going to create another directory called tasks. Inside, I'm going to create a main.yaml. Okay, I'm coming back to this playbook. So now what all you need to achieve this? You need a variable value, right? So instead of where, you can say defaults inside main.yaml. So if you do this, automatically you can achieve the same. You are getting my point. So if you want to achieve this, you can split it out and do this and go here. So in this main.yaml, what you will put? In this main.yaml, what all you will put?
Variables.
The region and in this. So I'm just going to remove all and proper formatting. Okay, and I'm going to paste this and I'm going for here. So it's about how you are understanding about each and every concept. That's it. So now, if I put this, do you think it will work? Do you think it will work? No, it will work because if you go to that main.yaml, okay, if you go to that file, main.yaml file, you have to simply say hyphen and this value. This is how you need to split it. Okay, but normally instead of key, they used to give us a key file.
Yeah.
Okay, and then now come down. I'm going to create a task directory. Under that main.yaml, I'm going to create. So in this, what all I need to give? Go back to your this. What all I need to give? I need to give this, right?
Yes.
Even the subnet ID also you can create as a variable like this, and you can give the variable here. Okay, so I'm going to keep my this one. So task.yaml. So if you go and say hyphen come down. So I need to bring the module name under this name. I'm just going to align. I'm going to align. And I'm going to align this. So I'm going to align this. Wait, true. Then region count tag it's a count tag and all. It's up to you. If you want, you can keep it, or else you can remove it. So if you see here, the count tag, instance tag, and all, it will help you to do it in a better way. So I'm going with VPS subnet ID, assign public IP. If you go here, the same, but as a role, we are splitting it out like this. So now, Krishna, you understand, right? Now you created a role. Now, how you will execute this role? You need to come back where your Ansible.cfg file you have. So in that, you can create one main YAML file. Say, for example, creation, or say VM provisioning, VM creation .YAML file. This YAML file, in this file, can you go open this, come down? I'm going this, come down. The main YAML file, you will have only role name. See here, where the Ansible.cfg, everything I have defined very step by step, like a spoon feeding. Only thing is you need to just follow the steps, and along with the video, I'm sure you will not have any issues. So in the main here, you need to define the how many hosts, because if you go back to this, we never defined, we haven't defined any how many machines, what are the machines and all, right? We just defined what to do, correct?
Correct.
Okay, come down in this, as usual, hyphen name. I am going to create a missions using a role. That's it. So now I need to say host is local host or host all. So here I can say local host because it has to be a AWS cloud, not in this some 100 servers or 200 servers. So now you can say tasks. So now just to call the roles. What is the role name in we created this EC2 creation, right?
Yes.
So call this role. Can you now compare with this? So here, is there any task we have given? No, right? No, right?
No.
So that is the only difference in the main playbook. So you remove this and say roles. Are you clear now, Krishna?
Yes, now clear how to like structure it.
So now I'm going back to the URL what we
And like this folder should be only with the name of roles only, right? We cannot change that.
Yes. So see, the name you can give anything, Krishna. Say you can create
Yeah,
a
name can be anything, but folder name should be roles.
No. Which one?
Under the like dev
This
you
one.
create. Yeah, under the dev you
No,
created roles.
it's really not mandatory, I would say, because I will open my Ansible.cfg where you will define Ansible.cfg. Go here. Here you need to define roles underscore path, Krishna. So if you define here, say for example, instead of this, you can define this, say Vijay roles. So at the end of the day, whatever you are pointing, that directory should have this roles, Krishna.
And then what? How we will do for other environments?
Which one?
For like production and all.
That is what. If you go and check whatever question you are asking, everything I have explained. So if I go here, so that is why I'm keep on requesting people. I spent enormous time in this. I given really spoon feeding. So if you go here, there is a one more diagram I have drawn. Production, development, there is one more explanation I given. Maybe in the video I explained, I think. Okay, so I'll go here. So I'm just going to open up. So say, for example, you have to create a roles, say one single place. Okay, so all go on mute. So all roles, say web server role or firewall role or all roles you need to create one place. But in Ansible, you are creating a dev directory, correct? You are creating a SIT directory, correct? You are creating a UAT directory, correct?
Yes.
So in this Ansible.cfg, you point, say, if you want to keep roles separate environment, then you need to have this in one directory, this in one directory. So in this Ansible.cfg file, you point towards this. In another directory, you keep it. You assume these roles are related to UAT environment related. So you can point this also one of the way. But what I'm saying is, in this while calling, you have 100 roles. Okay, in development you will call 100 roles, but in SIT you will call only 50 roles. So in that case, you keep everything in one folder itself. But what roles you want? Definitely production, you no need all the roles which you are testing it in dev, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's up to you how you can define it. But
And
this is
if
a
we
simple
create
procedure. Yeah, this is a simple procedure you need to keep call. But if you mention like this, then you should, when you call, then automatically it will go to that folder, it will check. In that case, this folder should be there as per this directory structure. As per
yes,
this directory structure.
yes,
Are
and
you
like
clear? So now
yeah,
I'm
I'm
going
clear.
back to the one which we discussed. So we will go here. I'm opening. So now you tell me what is the your understanding here. So now I'm going for AWS. I'm going for create VPC. So they are simply calling. I'm just zooming it. Are you able to see this?
Yes.
So they are calling the local host. Even you don't need to put this because we already installed Boto, and it will automatically happen. This automatically happen. So if you call this, then what will happen? Wherever this YAML file is there, in that directory, there is a Ansible.cfg file. In that Ansible.cfg file, there is a roles path. So it will automatically go and check, is there any role related to this name? You are getting the understanding.
Yes. Yes.
Now go to AWS, go to that roles, create VPC role. Now you see they have handlers and tasks. So they are defining this. That's it. So if you go to task, if you go to main.yaml, see the same they did. That's all. But only thing is, I would advise before go to the role, first you make one single standalone playbook and execute and get the confidence first.
Got it. Yeah, it is now like clear how
So
this.
that is why I'm always suggesting you go. This is a simple manual car, Krishna.
Yeah, and I
From
have a
this manual
question.
car, you split it out and try it because this is how we need to study.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah,
Like
go
how
ahead.
the synchronization of these files work in different like folders, dep, UAT, production,
No,
test.
that you need to make sure. Say, for example, if you ask me, instead of home, we have created all this in say /data. This data is NFS mount.
Okay.
So it's a centralized one. So even the server crash, you never lose anything. That is how you need to design first the OS
Yeah,
level.
like I have created one ML file in the development. I want to use the same in UAT. Then how can I like I need to do the copy of that file into the
No.
UAT folder.
That you can assign it. See this. Say, okay, we will go one by one. Are you clear in this now?
Yeah, that is
Yeah. You please pick up something and try and you present it. But still,
Sure.
I want to explain the use cases as part of this. That's why I'm requesting, please pick up and try it, so that while you do it, I will also add more use cases and why you are doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going back to your question. So now say /data, I have a dev. So in this dev directory, I have Ansible .cfg file, and first we will talk about the development environment. Dev environment. Okay, so and then we will put it in a different file so that it won't get confused. So dev environment. Now in this directory also we'll have roles for time being. Okay, and all the roles whatever we have. And in this directory also we have all YAML files. You agree, right?
Yes.
All YAML files. There are a lot of YAML files. And now I have another environment which is SIT environment. I will go here. I'll say SIT environment. SIT environment. In this, I am going to say SIT and say SIT and say SIT, and the similar I'm going to say production environment. There are a lot of environments. Just for understanding, I'm just make it very simple. So production environment. So say production, say production, say production. The reason why we are going with the directory is I cannot put as per this example, there are three environments. I cannot put 3 Ansible servers. I have one Ansible server, but I need to serve all three environment. So this Ansible Cfg file, either you want to make it point to different role directory, it's up to you. This Ansible Cfg file, if you want to make it the different roles directory, it's up to you, or same roles directory. So if you point same roles directory, then you need to take a call. What are all roles you are going to call for this? What are all roles you are going to call for this? What are all production roles you are going to call for this? But I would suggest till production, you may keep all roles together in one single directory, but production, definitely you need to have a different new directory pointing towards all stable roles. You are getting the point. Maybe there will be a bug or there will be absolute version, everything. Correct, Krishna?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm coming to your point. So you are saying there is a YAML file in development environment, which sometimes you may also want to use it for here, correct?
Correct.
So in that case, you need to have some the GitHub way of synchronization.
Okay,
So,
like we will use the repository same.
yeah,
Like
in GitHub, if you go GitHub, go here. So right now I have only main branch. You can create a multiple branch in the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so dev SIT. This is how the things are working.
Okay. I was not sure like we can use the repository for this Ansible as well.
Okay. So because even though I am storing my local disk, Krishna, but still we need to have a backup. These are all files. Day by day, people are changing. So the one challenge is I need to maintain as well as I need to keep the versions correct.
Yes, correct.
So in that case, you need to go with GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab, those kind of a versioning, which is really easy, really mandatory these days.
I was thinking for the same. Like I got my answer. Yeah, it was not clear. Like I thought.
No. That is
Yeah.
why I'm saying you keep try. Even if you think whatever query, you put it in a table. That's the main reason I arranged this session, and I'm trying to help everyone.
So we can like connect clone the Git on the same server and then
Yes,
do
yes,
the
yes.
that I
Yes.
want to try sometime.
So
Okay.
as long as you have a permission on all branches, you can do it. That's it.
Okay. Yeah.
So you are going to be login in your user ID, but still you are going to explore everywhere what you want.
Yeah.
This is how the centralized management should configure. This is the same when there was a question, right, in Azure AD Connect. So you need to first create all OU, organizational unit, and even the roles, group, policies. Then only see you seen, right? The integration is take maximum 5 to 10 minutes, Krishna. But is it really everyone need one particular access? No, right? Only few people need some access. Other few people need a different access. Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So this is how the creating all governance is the real painful, but the implementation and the execution is not much difficulties.
Yeah, I think you can take a class on that like later part of the intensive to clear the like how I can like integrate the user management for Ansible
Okay.
from
No. What I'm suggesting is you please put because I'm
okay,
these
okay,
days I'm running out of a lot of bash
I
memory.
can
So you
understand. Yeah.
put it in this so that I can even cover or I can even arrange separate sessions and I can explain this.
Sure.
Okay.
And the same
How?
repository management can be used for like Terraform as well.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Okay. How many of you not having any idea till now, even Ansible? So I would really suggest, because next week also we are going to have a couple of use cases in Ansible. So I strongly recommend at least pick up some use cases, try out even Azure or AWS or Ansible or Docker, because this week I'm going to give almost 32 use cases. And today I'm going to share all the YAML files, whatever I given to you in this, say here. So last week, whatever I given, so all the YAML files, I will also share it. So you please make use of it. But what I'm saying is, whatever you are going to implement, it's a system administrator level. That is not an expectation from interview point of view. So while doing, you need to understand why, what purpose, and what are the area, what are the places, what are the situation you need this. That is what I really want to help you all. That is the first expectation. If you could understand these parameters, definitely you can project yourself that yes, I'm working in this so-and-so technology. This is a major gap creating us a lot of fear.
So these are the tasks for system admin. Then, like, how does DevOps operate on that?
See, okay, simple example. Say, for example, you take this Nginx. So you are practicing with this playbook and how to implement, how to install, how to execute playbook, everything. Okay, but I'm going to ask one simple question: why you need this?
Because like we can have like hundreds of servers and we want to manage those hundred of servers, like basically to update Nginx server uh, package on them or install on them or update on them.
Okay, I'm going to ask. Still, I'm expecting some other answer. So I'm going to ask again the same question: why I need this Nginx? You are saying the implementation part, saying using Ansible, I can install the same task in a single effort with 100 servers. Correct, Krishna?
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, why I need this first? You are explaining about the implementation part. That's okay. Completely agree. But why I need this?
To run our application.
Abbas, yeah, go ahead, Abbas. Go ahead, Abbas. I given Abbas. Go ahead. Why I need this? In a general, why we need an Nginx? Anybody? Why we need an Nginx?
It's a web server.
No, I'm expecting some other answer.
Proxy.
Yes. You almost close. Abbas, I made you as a presenter, Abbas. Okay, I'm making you as a presenter. Obina, yes, I'm making you as a presenter. Yes.
Vijay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. My voice is audible.
Yes.
Yeah. What, as per my knowledge, Nginx is used for handling the multiple connections. Means the load balancing and all these things. Nginx can manage it very well.
No. Wait. There is a one point I'm expecting. Okay. You said multiple connections, right?
Yeah.
You are very close. I'm expecting something. I given a clue also.
High volume of connections also, we can say.
That and all general.
Yeah, Vijay, I was gonna say the same thing. You said, like load balancing.
Now you are getting what I'm trying.
Reverse proxy. Wow.
Because nowadays Nginx is a real it's a really going for a more demand. Nginx is a real having more features with respect to reverse proxy. Even the session wise, even the cookie wise, even the more performance increased, because first expectation is I want to expose, but I don't want to expose the original identity what I have inside.
Can you tell
Right?
me like what is this reverse proxy exactly?
How many of you used IAS? The same concept here. See, I'm publishing something, Krishna, but I don't want to. This URL is actually whatever I'm exposing. It's not actual original. So you can map the targets to here, but you can create another different publish the endpoint. So people think, okay, I'm accessing this, but in the backend, it's simple. You know the natting point, right? I'm coming inside. I want to go outside, but while going, I'm going with a different name. Correct?
Okay. So like same like DNS concept where
Yes. So Nginx, you need to understand how you can implement. That's fine, but why you need to implement? That is where you need to understand. That is where I'm pushing people to learn. Because when you go to any interview, definitely they will have, or if you go to any project, they will have the application level deliverable everything. But please don't learn Ansible how to install, how to implement. Whenever you get into any project, please try to understand why you are doing it, for what purpose they are asking you to do it. This is where your learning will be really massive. This is where your growth will be massive. Krishna, are you getting the point?
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So that is the major reason I'm expecting people to go for it. While doing, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to explain each and every configuration. What is the purpose of this configuration? Yes, Omar. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is there? Do you have any major gaps? So far, I covered because I never asked that till now.
I am just not like clear on the